Your historic home is a beautiful piece of local character, but its charming facade could be hiding a danger that causes 68% of electrical home fires. This risk spikes during the winter months, when your system is under the most strain. Many assume, if it works, it must be safe. This is a dangerous and costly assumption. We will now show you the specific hidden dangers, the financial costs, and the specialized solutions available to protect your home. Homes built before 1950 often contain knob and tube wiring. It lacks a safety ground, and its insulation becomes brittle. Those from the 60s and 70s may have aluminum wiring, which expands, contracts, and creates fire-prone connections. On any old system, the original cloth or rubber insulation cracks and decays, leaving live wires exposed behind your walls. These outdated systems are common in historic houses. So, what happens when we plug our modern lives into them? Knob and tube wiring was designed to be air-cooled. When modern insulation is added, it smothers the wires, trapping heat. This trapped heat can easily ignite the surrounding insulation and the home's dry, aged wood framing, starting a fire in the walls. Old systems were built for a few lights, not microwaves and EV chargers. This overload causes flickering lights and tripped breakers. The wires are only part of the problem. What about the heart of your system? A device meant to be your final defense could be the greatest threat. Your home likely lacks modern GFC eyes and AFC eyes. These devices detect ground faults and arcs, shutting off power before a fire can start. The National Electrical Code is updated constantly for safety. A system that met code in 1950 is dangerously substandard today. The answer is your electrical panel. Older homes have fuse boxes, or obsolete breaker brands like Federal Pacific and Zinsco. These panels are notorious for failing to trip during an overload. Instead of cutting power, they can overheat and ignite. Beyond safety, the financial risks are immediate. Insurers know this danger, charging higher premiums or denying coverage outright. When selling, old wiring is a major red flag for buyers, lowering your home's value as they calculate the cost of a full rewire. You are also legally required to disclose known electrical problems. Concealing them can lead to serious legal issues after a sale. Ignoring this leads to a spiral of costs: high bills, small repairs, and emergency calls. A rewire prevents these financial drains. The safety and financial risks are clear. So, why do people hesitate? They fear destroying the home's historic character. This is the central challenge. How do you add a modern electrical system without ruining plaster walls and ornate trim? A specialist has the answer. They use minimally invasive methods, fishing wires through wall cavities to preserve your home's integrity. This work includes sourcing period-appropriate outlets and switches, so modern safety does not create an aesthetic mismatch. This is why a specialist is non-negotiable. They balance modern code with preservation guidelines, a rare and necessary skill. Recall the "it still works" myth? Fear of damaging historic details often reinforces this dangerous line of thinking. Here is the difficult truth. The historic materials you love, like lath, plaster, and aged wood, are perfect fuel for an electrical fire. The very financial penalties you face, denied insurance, lost home value, are solved by the same action that eliminates the fire risk. So, is major destruction of your home's character unavoidable? Absolutely not. You can and must have both history and safety. You now understand the risks, the outdated parts, and the unique problems of your historic house. The path forward is clear. There is a pressing and apparent need for specialized electrical work for historic homes, driven by modern safety standards. A complete professional rewire is the only lasting method to remove hidden hazards and prepare your home for another century. Historic homes deserve electrical upgrades that preserve their character. Don't wait for the warning signs. Protect your family, preserve your home's legacy, and secure your investment.